Hey everyone, I just wanted to hop on here really quick to show a few things because I've been getting a lot of questions, and while I would like to do a video for each topic, it takes so long for my computer to download that I'm going to try to do as many things in one video, one quick video as possible. So I'm going to show you on my eyes. I already did my brows, I already have my primer and my foundation on. I didn't want to do anything else because I didn't want it to distract from everything else. So this is just pretty much what I like to use for like a blank canvas. I know I'm always going to have to cover up my rosacea cheeks. So I went ahead and just put on, like my normal foundation. And then my brows are terrible. They're so thin because when I was in high school, I plucked those suckers until they would not grow anymore. So there's nothing left. So I have to put some brow color in there. And I've been doing a lot of research about that. So really quickly, when you want to know how big your brows are, let's see, you want to hold from the corner of your eye straight up, and that's where you want this side of your brow to start. Mine naturally, and you can kind of see, starts right about there. So I have to draw mine in just a little bit. Then from your nose through your pupil, that's where you want your crease to be. Now, I really don't have that big of a crease, but I'm not practiced enough to make it, crease a bunch, but you can kind of see right there. So you want from your nose through your pupil, and that's where you want your arch to be. Then, where you want your eyebrow to end, you want it to crisscross right here from your nose. So the side of your eyes, and that's where you want the end to be. Mine goes a little bit lower, so I probably need to pluck there a little bit. But for a brow that's symmetrical with your eyes and your face, that's pretty much what you want to follow. So here, here, and here. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is, when I did the poll, everyone wanted to see the Splurge cream shadow, and I know Nicole is interested in the gold. So I'm going to go ahead and use Extravagant because that's gold. I also, with my kit, got the color Proper eyeliner. That's a brown. So I thought gold and brown would be good. I usually wear black, so this is the first time I'm trying brown. So we'll see how it goes. I also have a little trick. If you can't draw super straight, perfect lines like I can't, and then you always get your, liner all wiggly, there's a way that you can avoid that as well. And so this is a nice brown color. That's called Proper, so we'll do that for liner. I'm gonna use the cream shadow brush that I got in my kit. It's perfect, nice, like stiff bristles, perfect for the cream shadow. And then of course, the 3D lashes. Now, Jessie had wanted me to do one side with the mascara that I used to use, and I won't use the name brand, but it's called Falsies. PM me if you want the brand. So it's Falsies. I really wanted volume. I have, if you can kind of see, I've got lashes that are okay length. I want a little bit of lengthening, but they're real thin. So I need mascara that's going to volumize my lashes. And that's where the fibers come in. It just gives me thickness and definition so that my eyes pop more. My eye color is light, but it's not blue. So they tend to go gray, and if you can see, they just are kind of a little bit of a block color. So I really do need that definition, and why I've always used black liner. But this time we're gonna see what brown looks like on me. And I mean, I have brown hair, some highlights in here, but maybe brown will accentuate, some of my other features. So that'll be cool to see. Okay, so first let's start with the Splurge cream. I'm going to be posting some information about eye shape. So I have an almond eye shape. That's a pretty popular one. You may have round, but there's some things that I will be posting where you can learn what eye shape you have, and then we can kind of talk about what's the best technique for you to use putting on liner, putting on shadow, whether to use matte or, like the sparkly kind. So what you do is you want to use a straight edge, put it right through your pupil. If the ends of your eyes turn up, then you will want to notify or describe your eyes as upwards. If they turn down, then it's downwards. And if they're neither up or down, then you kind of have to go to the next step and decide whether your eyes are almond or round shape. Now mine are almond because when I open my eyes nice and wide, you cannot see the whites of my eyes between my iris. Like you can only see iris and then my eyelid touches my iris and my bottom eyelid touches my iris. If you can see white, see how you can see the white of my eye now without going really crazy. If you naturally can just be looking and you can see the whites on top and bottom of your irises, then you have a round shape eye. And then we would suggest that you do maybe a little bit of a different technique with your eyeshadow. Okay, so first I'm going to use, and again, I'm almond. So I'm going to dip my cream shadow. I just want a little bit at a time. This cream shadow is buildable. So that means that if you want just a little bit, you start with a little bit. And if you want it to get darker, you go a little bit darker, a little bit darker. Okay, so what you do is you start right here in the crease and you want on your bone. So your eye arch bone. And that's kind of where you want most of your color to be. I'm only using one color today because, let's be honest, I don't have much time. But I wanted to show you a quick look. And remember, my eyes are primed. So this is going to last me all day without rubbing off. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna put a little bit more on because I want you guys to be able to see it. If I were just going to work, I'd leave it like this. That's exactly how I would leave it. You see how I go here, it goes up and follows the way that my brow arch goes. So the color is following the natural shape of my eye. But I'm gonna put a little bit more so you guys can see. And this would be like if you're gonna go out. I'm trying to use my phone, so I'm gonna go here. If you're gonna go out on the town, you're gonna want a little bit more color there. And maybe up a little bit too so you can see. Now, if you have a hooded eye, that means that this brow bone sticks out further than your eye, like further than your eyeball, and therefore you're not, if you have a hooded eye, you're not going to be able to see your crease. My crease is visible. If your crease is not visible, that means you have a hooded eye. There's a celebrity that has a hooded eye, and I think she's so beautiful. I'm gonna give you a few hints because I want you to comment. Whoever comments and gets this celebrity correct, I'm gonna send you a free gift. So guess who it is? I'm gonna give you some hints. Okay, so she has a hooded eye. She's beautiful. She's got blonde hair, long blonde hair. She recently had her second child. Both of her girls' names are very unique. She's married to a super funny guy, and they have the cutest relationship. So cute. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. Now again, I'm putting it on pretty dark so that you guys can see, but this stuff goes a very, very long way. I would never wear it this dark normally, but I want you guys to be able to see it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wipe off my brush a little bit. And now I'm just gonna start blending. Up and around here, following that brow crease. Up and around. Okay, now, last thing that you wanna do always to kind of seal that in and give it a nice clean look is to finish with a neutral color right up here. It can be a nude from palette 1. Hey, you've got palette 1. So this is where you're gonna do that nice, either shiny, shimmery, or matte nude. You can put it down here, right in the crease. Sometimes people will even like to do a little bit of highlight here. So there you go. Okay. Now let's do the other one. I'm trying to go fast too because I don't want this to be super long. But see, now that's gonna help your harsh line too. Just kind of want to go right along there, finishing it up. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now on to proper. This little, excuse me, this tip and trick, if you cannot draw a straight line, A lot of times people will either begin here and go this way or begin here and go this way. But the trick, if you cannot draw a straight line, is to start on this side and meet yourself in the middle. I have to use my mirror because I'm not gonna be able, okay, so kind of go back and forth a little bit until it starts to draw. And you just kind of go back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now I'm gonna go from the other side and meet in the middle. Here we go. You do the, if you want a little bit of a cat eye, a little bit of a swoop there at the end. Again, you want to use your straight angle. So that's pretty much where you want it to be, right here. I'm just going to do a tiny little bit of a swoop. Okay, same thing on this eye. Back and forth till I get there to the middle. Then I'm going to meet in the middle. Don't want to pull your eyelid too much because that's going to age you very quickly. And I've grown to find that I'm already starting to get wrinkles here and laugh lines here because I pull, and I'm not gentle. So the more gentle you can be, the better. I'm actually just buying my first SPF based moisturizer because my mom has taught me that the sun and tanning beds can do great damage to your face and wrinkles, age spots, things that you then have to buy a ton of makeup to cover up. My mom has some age spots right here, but we did her makeup today and I'll post a picture of her too. But her face is perfect right around here. Whereas mine is all red and splotchy, hers is perfect. So I suggested to her for her to use primer, concealer on those spots, but then probably like a BB cream or just a pressed powder. She's using, foundation and it's just very heavy on her. She doesn't need that. She's got perfect skin right here. And so we're gonna go ahead and start, getting her some of that stuff too to help out. Okay, so there's that. Now onto the mascara. And we're going to do Younique mascara on one and my old mascara on the other. So I think I'm just gonna do the old mascara on first. And this is for Jessie. She says that her eyelashes are very, very blonde. So any mascara she uses is just like, whoa. For me, I want a little bit of length, but the most thing that I'm looking for is volume. So this mascara was called Falsies, and my sister's friend Nicole, she said that she really liked it. But as you can see, it gives me length, but it doesn't really give me volume. And see how, oh, hang on. Oh crap, okay. Then it would clump a little bit. I think that's probably the brush. The brush is a rubber-based brush. And for some reason, I don't think that my lashes are good with rubber-based brushes. I definitely need the soft bristle-based brushes. Okay, there we go. So then it kind of clumped a little bit, so I'd have to kind of brush it out. Okay, so there's that one. Now I will do Younique 3D fiber lashes. While there's 2 steps, I figure that's okay because I need the volume. And I like for there to be, again, a buildable aspect of this. If I'm just going to work, I do it 1 step. I think I'll probably do 2 steps for you here though. Okay, so you put on the transplant gel and you'll automatically see it doesn't clump like the other one did. But it also doesn't, I feel like the transplant gel sets your eyes up for the length. The fibers set your eyelashes up for the volume. This is what gives you the really thick looking voluminous lashes. You only want the fibers on the tips because if you get them too close to your eyeball, they'll go right in. The fibers are nylon, so they're nice and natural. So if you do end up getting them in your eyes, it's no big deal because they're natural based. You just have to wipe them out. Okay, so here's my first coat, right? Put a little bit on the bottom. Okay, there we go. So right now you can already see that these are a lot longer and I haven't even brushed them out. So I am gonna brush them out a little bit because I'm gonna do another step, another layer of fibers, but I don't want too many fibers or they will clump. So let me go ahead and brush out those because I'm gonna show you, I don't know what someone might want if they were wearing glasses. You may want, you know, a little bit more volume if you're wearing glasses with frames so that you can really have your eyes pop. Okay, and as you can see, this has nice length. They look super thin. This gives me real nice volume. And that's just one coat for each. So let me go ahead and do another coat of Younique, and then I'll do another coat of my falsies, and you can see compared. So then I'm gonna do gel fibers gel. You just want a little bit of gel. If you use too much, it will clump. Fibers, just on the tips, 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 tips. Okay, and gel. And actually, this is where the blow dryer comes in handy because you do not want to have too many fibers or it'll clump too. So you kind of want to blow them off, let it dry, go to the other eye, but since I'm not going to this other eye, there we go. Okay, so that would be, whoa, I mean, those are long, those are voluminous. I probably wouldn't do any more, but if you have shorter lashes, I think I have middle of the line, like average lashes. But if you had small lashes, you could always do another. So there's those. Let me do another one of my falsies to see if it gets them up there a little bit more. Oh, well, they're dry now, so it's gonna be a little bit harder. Okay. It's not bad, but I do have a rogue clump right here. Here we go. Okay, let me clean that up. And there's a finished look. So not bad, but I definitely was looking for something with more volume. And last but not least, I'm gonna let these dry a little bit because I have a surprise. I just found out that the fiber lashes, so this one, they're water resistant. Now they're not waterproof. Let me see if the falsies are. I don't use waterproof mascara because it's a pain to get off, and the chemicals that make it waterproof are really bad for your eyes. So I try to stick with all natural as much as possible, and then, you know, as water resistant as you can get. So I have a bowl, and I'm gonna pour water over my face, and I had warm water, but this has taken me a little bit. So let's see how cold it is. Now, I've never done this before, so I don't know how it's gonna work out. Here, let me move some stuff here. Okay, guys. Oh, heavens to Betsy. I don't even have, oh, I have a hair tie. I don't wanna get my hair wet because it'll curl up. I should have played some music. I didn't realize this was gonna take so long. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, it's cold, cold, cold. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, now I can't see myself, so you're gonna have to tell me. Okay, I'm gonna squint, you know, like if you got sprayed in the face or I don't know, got thrown into a pool or your kids splashed water all over your face when you were, you know, washing them up. Then this would be your Younique and this would be your other brand, at least my other brand. So we're gonna see here in a second. I'm gonna be like, oh no, I just got splashed in the face. Squint a little bit. There you go. So see? Now this, it clumped up, I mean, but it didn't run. Falsies ran, Younique didn't. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead and request anything if you want to see something else, because, you know, listen, at this point, I'll do anything for you. Thanks.